These are the best ranked mode attack strategies for every Town Hall level. We'll break down each attack to help you earn more 3 stars no matter the base. With ranked mode unlocked at Town Hall 7, let's start there, where we have the Mass Hog Rider attack strategy. Quite a simple yet powerful strategy that is near impossible to defend. First things first, you need to clear out 2 things, the enemy CC and enemy king. You can deal with each individually by luring out the defensive CC with a Hog Rider and then luring it out further with an archer before having your CC dragon clear it. The Barbarian King, on the other hand, can be removed by using your Barbarian King along with some distraction like giants to ensure you remove the enemy king. This basically frees up the rest of the base for your Hog Riders and heal spells to clear the rest of it. Focus on using your heal spells near areas of splash damage like wizard towers or giant bomb spots so you can overall let your hogs run wild and clear out defenses to get an easy 3-star. Moving over to Town Hall 8, we see the Zap Dragon attack strategy, another simple army that mostly takes advantage of having the Archer Queen to reach over walls. You usually want to identify where the air defenses and air sweepers are before you use your lightning spells. Typically focus on using your lightning spells on the 2 furthest air defenses, which should leave 1 to be removed with your dragons or Archer Queen. This is where you can use a few dragons to funnel one side of the base and the Archer Queen on the other before you send the bulk of your dragons between them just behind the air sweeper. From here, your dragons and CC Dragon Rider should be able to torch defenses, defensive CCs, and enemy heroes like it's nothing as you cruise to an easy 3-star. At Town Hall 9, Witches reign supreme with this easy Witch Slap army that takes advantage of how strong heroes and CC bowlers are. With this army, you want to choose 2 corners of the base to send in 1 golem and 4 witches on either side. This will create a funnel as your main push moves in. The witches on the flanks here will be able to stay alive thanks to any remaining golemites and skeletons as they keep your heroes and bowlers in the base. Speaking of which, use a few jump spells to enter the base easily so you can have 2 leftover witches, the CC bowlers, and heroes move into the base. As they work in, be sure to deal with the defensive CC with a poison spell while using both the heal and rage spells in the core to keep your bowlers healed while increasing their damage. You can often use your hero abilities around here to get more value down and to open up the base. This should easily crush bases with no issues with how dominant witches are at this Town Hall level. For Town Hall 10, Siege Machines enable you to use the Hope strategy, which easily takes advantage of a strong hero siege kill squad with Hog Riders to clean up defenses. For starters, use 2 P.E.K.K.A.s and a few wizards on either side of your entry before sending in the Wall Wrecker. Keep in mind that the Wall Wrecker targets the Town Hall, so send it from the opposite side to get the best value. As you work in, you should have your heroes and some of the P.E.K.K.A.s work into the base behind your Wall Wrecker to support your kill squad. The goal in this case is to remove any enemy heroes and the defensive CC, while also removing splash damage defenses that are in your way like wizard towers or the bomb tower. As you work into the core though, this is where you should probably use your hero abilities and pop out the CC bowlers to empower them all with a rage spell to clear the entire core. This should then let you move around the rest of the base with the Hog Riders, as you have heal spells to use over splash damage defenses to keep your hogs healed. Just don't forget to use wizards to clean up so you can easily 3-star any base. However, witches are back at Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12 as the Zap Witch strategy is just too good to use, as at these Town Hall levels, you have more Siege Machine options and more hero options. No matter the Town Hall, focus on using the Zap Quake over 2 Inferno Towers, leaving the Eagle along with the Giga Tesla and 3rd Inferno if you're a Town Hall 12. This then lets you funnel either side with 1 Golem, 3 Witches, and 2 Bowlers so you can send in your heroes, Log Launcher, and leftover Bowlers and Witches to move into the base. As you work into said base, you should use an early Warden Tome to keep the Log Launcher and heroes alive as they work towards the core. This is where you can rage up your push with a rage spell along with using your other hero abilities to open up the base and add additional DPS and tanking. With them clearing most of the inside of the base and the witches clearing the flanks on the outside, you should have more than enough of a push to 3-star both Town Hall 11 and Town Hall 12. As for Town Hall 13 and Town Hall 14 players, you have access to the Royal Champion, which means the Royal Champion Charge Dragon Army is here to stay as you take advantage of the Royal Champion Charge value. This army overall starts with using the Royal Champion along with her rocket spears early on to clear out defenses closest to her before starting to move her into the base. I recommend getting her to clear the core so the dragons have a much easier time pathing as they move around the base. You want to use your invisibility spells every 4 seconds to ensure that she stays hidden while doing damage with herself and the Electro Boots. Additionally, skipping defenses with invisibility spells is more than fine, as it lets you move through the charge faster while still doing damage. You can even use them to control her pathing in cases where there are defenses preventing her from going into the core. After the Royal Champion gets enough value, be sure to use your Queen on one side to snipe down any air defenses and sweepers while she clears buildings with the help of the Siege Barracks to provide additional support and tanking. However, on the other side, you will usually have your dragons moving in, with a few to set up funneling. As your dragons are moving towards the core, use your Warden's Eternal Tome to protect your dragons while using the Minion Prince's Dark Orb, which will let them both keep them alive and slow defenses. Just make sure the prince is facing the right way so you can grant the slow on defenses to support your troops. However, for Town Hall 15, Town Hall 16, and Town Hall 17 players, Root Rider Smash is your best bet, as it's consistent and has a ton of flexibility to make it work. You'll always start with the Royal Champion Charge to clear out a given section, usually either running the Rocket Spear if there are defenses on the outside blocking access directly into the base, or the Haste Vial if there is no defenses blocking access into the base. Usually, you want to use your invisibility spells every 4 to 6 seconds depending on if you have the Spirit Fox or not. Once all the value has been reached or your invisibility spells have depleted, use your recall to get her back. You also need to cut off the funnel with either the Archer Queen or Barbarian King. In simple terms, the Archer Queen being used allows you to use her action figure and magic mirror to clear buildings both on the outside and over walls, while the Barbarian King can be used instead with his snake bracelet and spiky ball to clear out buildings thanks to his high HP. Either option works as they enable you to either use the Minion Prince or Archer Queen inside the base to do additional damage and provide support for the main Root Rider push. Speaking of which, you can send in your Root Riders and Valkyries between your two funnels along with support from the healers, heroes, and troop launcher. This will enable you to protect the healers with balloons as you start to work around the core, which is where you want to often use an overgrowth spell to keep your troops moving around the base, so you can often use the Rage spell to power up everything along with using the Warden's Eternal Tome and Healing Tome to keep all your units healed and protected. This overall leaves you with a Rage spell to use on the back end to clear any remaining defenses while you clean up trash buildings left behind with the Super Barbarians and any other leftover troops. While I do go in greater depth on this topic in a standalone guide for this strategy, the use of either the Queen or the Prince inside the base depends on who is funneling. If the Queen is funneling, the Prince will be inside the base providing support for your healers and Root Riders with the Henchman Puppets to soak up traps and the slow on defenses with the Dark Orb. However, if you're using the Barbarian King to funnel, the Queen is great inside the base as she can do even more damage while supporting the army via the action figure, allowing you to quickly move through the base with the higher DPS help. With each of these attacks, you'll be able to successfully clear plenty of bases within ranked mode or any other mode. However, for Town Hall 15 to Town Hall 17 players, check out this full guide on Root Riders for more information on the army, while YouTube says this video is better for you.